Okay, friends, this is it. This is the Ridge Wallet Damascus Steel Edition. Look at this thing. Have you ever seen a wallet like this in your life? Okay, let's talk about this. Before we get into this, one quick note. Ridge Wallet actually reached out to me, and they have sponsored 2 videos on my main channel, The New Travel. So probably in the next month or so, there's going to be 2 videos that have quick ad integrations that shout out Ridge Wallet as being the sponsor of those videos. This video you're watching today is not sponsored in the sense that Ridge Wallet didn't ask me to make this. They probably don't know I'm making this video. This is just me sitting in my house, receiving this package a couple hours ago and saying, hey, why don't I show people what this thing looks like? Because I think it's pretty cool. But with that being said, this package was sent to me free of charge as part of the sponsorship, which is cool for me because it's like Christmas came early. I actually really like this thing, which I can't say about everything I've ever advertised on YouTube. I mean, I'm just saying how it is. It's sometimes you get things that are like, that's kind of interesting, but this is actually something that I think I'm going to be using for quite some time. The first thing that attracted me about Ridge Wallet was just like, obviously one of the selling points is the size difference. Traditional wallet, and keep in mind, I just took out a bunch of my cards and put them in here. So normally it's even like slightly bigger. I also have no cash at the moment. Not because I'm broke, just because I'm lazy and haven't been to the bank recently. Okay, I might be broke too, but this isn't about my finances. This is about this new item, which just showed up. So when you get the packaging, and I'll just explain a bit for anyone who might want to get one themselves. It's kind of cool. They give you this nice cloth. They give you, it's interesting because when you buy it, they give you the option. They're like, do you want the money clip or do you want the band? And I thought that you would only get one of them. And I'm like, okay, why are they asking you to choose? But actually they give you both. And they give you this neat little screwdriver and some additional screws, obviously. So you can do the installation yourself, should you choose to switch it up, which is a nice addition. I mean, one thing about Ridge Wallet is it is more expensive than traditional wallets for sure, especially this one. I mean, this is like, you know, there are some black and kind of less flashy items. I mean, I have this right under the light, so you're seeing some of the beautiful patterns on it even more clearly. Normally it won't be quite this bright, but it is an eye-catching wallet. There's no denying that. And so when I'm traveling, for example, if I'm traveling in less developed countries where pickpockets might be a higher risk, I'll be honest, I'll probably switch back to Big Brown over here, the traditional. I've had this for like over 5 years by now. Yeah. But yeah, one of the reasons I went for this one in particular, the Damascus Steel Edition, and they have different models. Some of them are aluminum, some of them are like carbon fiber. But in the bit of research I did, this was one of the heavier ones. And I did that intentionally because, you know, it's not too heavy. Like I saw some review that was like, oh, it's so heavy. Guys, it's a small thing. It's not that heavy. But if I got the lightest one, I would actually have the opposite fear, which is that you kind of forget if it's in your pocket. And if you're like scatterbrained like I am, you can already like occasionally forget your wallet. And if it's so light that you don't even feel if it's there or not, then I'm definitely forgetting my wallet. So I purposefully went for the one with a bit of extra weight. Now, can I just balance my... Okay, here you go, old wallet. You're gonna now balance my phone. That's what you've been relegated to, balancing my phone because you're no longer my wallet. I'm gonna try to like not show you my credit cards and stuff. But when you first get it, it's basically, this is just some like advertising thing they put in there, but it serves the purpose of like showing you how it works. So you first get it. There's only one card inside. This is like straight out of the box. And obviously it's like, hey, look, an arrow. What happens if I press the arrow? Oh my God, it's that card I wanted. And then you can grab it and you can pay for stuff and, you know. But at first I was like, okay, so how do I, because like if you've never actually, at first it's quite tight, probably because it's like been sitting in the closed position the whole time. But at first you're like I actually went on YouTube. I was like, how do I open this thing? Because you don't want to like break the new expensive wallet you just got. You want to, you know, do things properly. But no, it turns out it's correct. You just pull it. It's just a bit tight at first, but then those bands, and I wouldn't pull too much because I wouldn't want to like overly stretch them. But yeah, obviously like they say this can comfortably hold like 12 or more cards, which as you can see is accurate. Now I'm not sure if I'd want to actually like practically have 12 cards in there all the time, but at the moment, not showing you my credit cards, not showing you my credit cards. What do I have? This is my bus pass, well, my subway pass. I have my driver's license. I got like 3 different methods of payment in there. So practically speaking, like this is what it will look like for me. I mean, I got other like smaller things I could add in there. It's only when you, you know, stop using your wallet that you realize like all this junk, like what is this stuff? I don't even know. And that was like a gift card that I actually like, I've already used all the credit. I don't even know why I'm carrying it. I don't know why I'm carrying half this stuff. That's the other benefit of like changing wallets. You realize, hey, all that stuff I carry around every day, I don't actually need. When you have a minimal setup like this, you don't put random scraps of paper and like random receipts in here. Which will be a change. Like it will be a more minimal, I guess random papers like could go here as well. So yeah, let's pretend this is like some big important receipt. This is actually quite thick. Let's just pretend, you know. Yeah, easy. So yeah, actually like this works quite well. This could practically speaking like hold any important receipts until you get home, and obviously you'd want to like organize them somewhere because like this doesn't look as good. And I mean, it's tight to the device. You're not going to like feel that in your pocket or anything like that. But yeah, this is actually meant to be holding cash, which, you know, I don't know, practically speaking, if I'm going to use this with cash on the outside. Certainly not when I'm traveling and at risk of being a pickpocket. Because as someone commented, like, you're showing your cash on the outside. So if I were some big baller who was walking around with 200 bucks every day or 500 bucks or something like that, I don't know if I'd feel okay with this setup. Maybe if you're a guy and you're going to the club and you're trying to show off how much money, you're trying to get attention from the ladies or something like that, because the money will be right there. And if you have a fat stack of it, you know, people will see that. But myself, I'm not the type who likes to, you know, be advertising that to people. But having a couple of small bills here, I think works perfectly well. Walking around in this cashless society that we are entering into and just using it like this, I mean, this is just beautiful. A little bit of weight, not too light, not too heavy. I like it. Obviously that design, I mean, I've already shown you, you know, it's, this one in particular, I think is a work of art. If there's one little thing, I don't know why companies always like want to engrave their name on everything. Because it's like, if someone asked me what this was, I'd tell them it's Ridge Wallet. They don't have to put the Ridge engraved on it. That to me is just like, it's like writing your name over the Mona Lisa. It's like, really? Now, I did notice actually that, to my knowledge, the other side, which is, I think, identical, doesn't have the ridge on it. So in theory, I could actually use that screwdriver. I think I'd have to use a screwdriver and take this out. Maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I'll play around and see if I can take this out and flip it. So then the ridge side is on the side that I don't see as much. And then the clear side has no logo. We'll see if I get around to that. That's just a thought. But yeah, overall, this is the Ridge Wallet Damascus edition. And I think it's pretty cool. I guess the last thing I could do, let me put a couple more cards in here, okay? Just to see. Any super long time viewers will know what this deck of cards is about. I haven't talked about this for a while, but I've been traveling with this for a long time. See, it's falling apart. I got tape on it. I did a project where when I meet interesting people on my travels, I give them a card and I ask them a few questions. And they keep that card. And I have been doing a record of their answers. So it's kind of a little, you could say, sociology experiment or like a human experiment where I have asked the same questions to many different type of people around the world. And some of the answers have truly stunned me. Like some of the, I feel like this is actually one of the more interesting things I've done with my life. Like not to like toot my own horn too much, but I think when I finally tell you guys more about this project, which is when this deck is finished, it's currently about halfway done. So who knows, it might, like 5 years might have passed between the first card and the last card. But let's just say when I do talk about it at the end, it's gonna be something to look forward to. But for today, these cards are serving an additional purpose, which is just like showing you. That's interesting. I never noticed before how much thicker a credit card is versus a playing card, because there's got to be about 15, no, maybe almost 20 cards in here. And on this side, we have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is about 6 credit cards and maybe like 18 or 20 playing cards. And yeah, you could see that's about 12. This is about the thickness of 12 cards. Yeah. It still expands more. So even with like a dozen cards in there, you still have the room to like continually expand. My question would be like, how hard is it to actually like find the card you're looking for once you have larger numbers? Because like a traditional wallet, you have more pockets to actually like differentiate, right? Like what I'm saying is you can, you know, oh, I know that my debit card is here. I know that my credit card is here. I know that my bus pass is here. You know what I mean? Whereas here, I mean, I'm going to have to get into the habit, I think, of having like, okay, debit card is like first from the end. Credit card is like second from the bottom, you know. I'll probably try to have some kind of system to easier identify them. But I also won't have half a deck of playing cards in my new wallet, so it won't be too hard to remember. Anyway, that's my little first impressions video. Again, sent to me free, but this was not asked for or required or anything by Ridge. I just thought this would be a fun video to make. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, I'm Dan. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.